Hey guys, so yesterday I talked to you guys a little bit about what a VP shunt is, and I mentioned that there was 4 different types of shunts. So this time I'm going to be talking to you guys about VA shunts. And like I mentioned in yesterday's video, if I look up, it's because I have my notes on my laptop. So it's not that I don't want to look at the camera, it's just that I have notes and I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, especially for today's video because it's for a VA shunt and I don't really necessarily know that much about this shunt because I do not have it. I have a VP shunt, so that's why it was a little bit easier to talk to you guys about that shunt. But with today's shunt, it's not one that I'm exactly familiar with. So like I mentioned in yesterday's video, there's 4 different shunts. There is a VP shunt, a VA shunt, VPL shunt, and an LP shunt. I don't know if there's actually more out there, but these are the ones that I had found. So these are the ones I'm going to be talking about for the next couple of days. Yesterday I talked about the VP shunt, and in case you guys missed that video, I will put a link to that video in the description box below, so you guys can go ahead and just learn anything you want about the VP shunt in that video. And today I'm going to be talking about the VA shunt. And from what I found out in my research as far as the VA shunt goes, it's not too much of a difference from the VP shunt. The only difference is that the VP shunt goes into the brain and it goes all the way into the stomach, whereas the VA shunt, it goes from the brain into the heart. So the difference is, instead of it going to the brain and they actually drill the hole, it's the same procedure. They pretty much do the same thing where they cut a U-shaped incision into the head, and then they drill into the skull and insert the catheter for the shunt. And instead of it being a thing where they just, like I mentioned yesterday, that they put it all the way into the stomach, this one they go just to the heart. And the way that this one works, it's basically the same thing where it's there to pretty much drain any excess cerebral fluid that's being rushed into the brain. But instead of it being a thing where it goes into the stomach and then you just digest it, this one, it goes into the heart, and then the heart pretty much ends up, I guess, kind of digesting it as well. And it just kind of breaks down the cerebral fluid and then just spreads it throughout the body because it's going into the main artery. So that's the only difference, is the fact that it goes into the heart instead of the stomach, and it pretty much just changes the way that it routes. So just so that I'm not giving you guys any wrong information, I actually have a web page up right now, and I'm just gonna read straight off the web page. Like I said, I don't know that much about this shunt. So from what this website says, is that it's a device which drains the excess fluid from the brain into the right atrium of the heart. The shunt catheter is placed into the vein of the neck and then threaded down into the vein that joins the larger vein in the heart, which is called the superior vena cava. I know I probably didn't say that right, but that's what it says here. And then pretty much what it does is the large vein returns the blood to the right atrium of the heart, and then the cerebral spinal fluid is added to the blood supply, and then it's absorbed. So pretty much the same thing with this VP shunt, where it's put into the stomach and your stomach kind of just digests this as if it was just like some water that you drank, and then you just end up like peeing that out. So it's basically the same thing as far as it being digested. It just goes into your bloodstream. So that's what I could find out for today's shunt. Like I said, I don't really know much about the VA shunt, so this is like the best that I could do as far as letting you guys any information about it, because I don't really know much about it. But later down the line, if I do end up finding out more information about this shunt, I will make a more detailed video. But hopefully this actually helped you guys out as much as it helped me, because like I said, I didn't know anything about it. So now I know how it kind of works, and hopefully it did the same for you guys. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you guys want me to add, like if anybody that watches my videos actually has this shunt, let me know, and let me know if I missed anything or said something wrong so that I can just correct it. And as always, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And tomorrow I will make another video about the shunts. And tomorrow's video I'm actually going to be talking about the VPL shunt. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.